Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Saturn Slam review show. Sorry about the no video. It's late. I'm tired. I just want to get this done, so we have it. So you will stare at the Saturn Studs logo and you will like it.
We will cash in this prediction while we have it. Funny joke, insert laughter here.
Canned laughter sound effect goes here. The hype. So first match we got here is on the pre-show. It's the Hype Bros back together. Zack Ryder returned from injury at the Go Home show versus the Colognes, Primo and Epico, who have been just missing in action ever since jumping to SmackDown in the Superstar Shakeup. I gotta think Zack Ryder gets the win in his return here.
Yeah. Easy peas. Yeah.
Not much going on there. I don't think this is going to be the order that the card's in here, but I'm just going to read off of what Wikipedia has here. So, excuse me if I choke on these words as I say them. WWE Champion Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Jinder Mahal as champion.
Yes, Jinder. Just to rub it in.
They're in St. Louis, which is Randy Orton's hometown, so he's going to lose, obviously.
Yeah. There's going to be some fun little interference.
Get the win here. Oh, of course there's going to be interference. He almost killed one of the Singh brothers at Backlash. Did you see that?
Oh God, no! All right, now I have to see it. There's death involved. Near death.
Yeah, he fucking gave one a back body drop, and this guy got so high, and he came down right on his head on the announce table. I'm like, that man is dead. And Randy knew he'd fucked up. He had a grimace for like half a second. He's like, well, shit happens. And kept on going.
They slammed him so hard he bounced. That was a great story. Tastes like nickels and dirty love.
Dirty love. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin versus Sami Zayn versus Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the Money in the Bank match, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. This is a hard one to call. Let's try to work through it here. Kevin Owens is United States champion. That doesn't necessarily preclude him from getting the briefcase. People have been a mid-card champion and briefcase holder in the past. But I don't think they'll give it to Owens. He'd be a good person to give the case, no mistaking that. But I don't see it going to him. AJ is a possibility. I could see AJ winning the case because I think Cena comes back in July 4th, and he's probably going to be in the next title match, and he's probably going to beat Jinder, slay this foreign menace, All-American John Cena. And I think that'd be an interesting story to have AJ Styles with the briefcase and John Cena as champion.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen that in recent history. I feel like they've done it.
We saw it at the Royal Rumble.
Okay, everyone who listens knows my short-term wrestling memory. I'll be just like, that didn't happen. Like, it happened literally a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
Any given match.
Baron Corbin, I think the smart money is on Corbin to get the briefcase. Usually the case is better on a heel, just with the nature of Money in the Bank cash-ins. And it's painfully obvious they have big plans for Baron Corbin. But they've been beating him a lot lately. So I'm not sure that they're putting the case on him. Usually they don't start the losing streak until after the person wins the case.
Makes sense.
Well, no, it doesn't make sense to have the Money in the Bank briefcase holder go on a losing streak, but every year they do it. Sami Zayn, he's another interesting one. I could definitely see them giving him the case. I think he'd be a good person to have it if you want to give it to a babyface. Dolph Ziggler is straight out. That's not happening.
Right.
Of course, I'm sure everyone said that last year about Sheamus, and look who ended up winning. And Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura would be an interesting choice, perhaps the most interesting choice to give the case to.
Yeah.
But I don't really think he'd play well with the briefcase. I don't know. I don't think I'd give it to him.
Yeah, I'd have a hard time seeing where he goes with that. Like, what does he do with that?
Yeah, I mean, he could, do like a cash in advanced, a la RVD or John Cena. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna trust my gut here and say they give it to Baron Corbin.
Sounds like the safe bet.
Yeah. It's really anyone's game. I don't have a strong favorite. Like, the only person who's clearly not going to win is Dolph Ziggler.
Right. Yeah. So
He's just there because they need a body.
we'll go with the low effort
The
choice.
Usos, Jimmy and Jay versus the New Day, the returning New Day, for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Usos have been on fire lately, and I don't think you should just stick the belts on the New Day in their first match. I think there's definitely more that this program can offer, and I'd like to see it go a couple pay-per-views. I do think the New Day get the belts at the end of the program, but I don't think this is a one pay-per-view program. So I'm going to go with the Usos here.
Same. It feels, I don't know. It's been a while since I haven't seen the New Day wrestle in a while.
Yeah, because Kofi got hurt, and they decided to keep them off TV rather than just have Woods and Big E wrestle, which I think kind of defeats the purpose of their whole freebirding shtick, but
Right.
whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you. They need to warm up and get a little more limelight before they take anything.
Yeah. So that leads us to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This is a dangerous match. I just hope everyone makes it out okay.
We were talking about this, and we were figuring, like, you said none of them have had this sort of match under their belt. No practice with this sort of thing before, right?
No.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, no one in this match has ever had a ladder match.
So we were thinking about it, like, how are they going to make this reasonable from just a safety standpoint? And we kind of came to the conclusion that they will probably have the smaller of the ladders.
Yeah, the 8-foots. Yeah, they'll probably use the 8-foot ladders and maybe lower the belt a bit. That way, they're only bumping from about 6 feet usually, which is, a little taller than the top turnbuckle, but not much. So they've all taken bumps from the top, I think. So, that's probably the safest way to do it. But there's really no such thing as a safe ladder match. So,
Like the saying, there's no such thing as a safe knife fight. I don't think that's a saying.
Yeah, and one of them's going to try to do something stupid because they think they have to, so that people remember their match over the men's match or say that it's just as good. But I think it was stupid to make it a ladder match. I'm not against the idea of a women's Money in the Bank. I actually think it's rather interesting. But you could have done it just a normal 5-way or something like that. You didn't have to make it a ladder match.
Right.
Well. So it's Becky, Charlotte, Natalya, Tamina, Carmella, with James Ellsworth, who's not in the match, unfortunately.
James Ellsworth gets Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I mean, it seems almost too obvious that Charlotte gets the case.
But too obvious has never been a stop before.
No, but I feel like in a show, well, I guess the men's Money in the Bank has an air of unpredictability to it. I feel like they might try to put a swerve in here.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, I think Carmella or Becky Lynch, I think, are where, like, the smart money is obviously on Charlotte, but that seems too obvious. I think of the 5 here, I would probably give the case to Carmella.
Interesting.
I don't know that she's
Yeah.
super ready for a title, but she doesn't necessarily have to win, and they have a year for her to continue to
Right.
develop before they have to pull the trigger on anything. So I think I'll go with Carmella here, actually.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I might. Well, have I seen Tamina wrestle? This is like the third time I've asked this.
Probably not. I don't think so.
She's not new though, right?
No, she's been around for a while. She's basically, especially the way they're booking her, she's basically this division's Nia Jax. Did I lose you?
No. But you did cut out for
Okay.
a second.
Just deep in thought.
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't catch all of what you said, so maybe I missed a beautiful disqualifying comment, but I'll just go with her on the random.
No, I just said she's basically
front.
okay. Monster heel with a briefcase. It's not something that's never been done before.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the last match on what's a pretty short card. Naomi versus Lana. Thank God they left Lana out of the ladder match.
Yeah.
This is her first match on. Well, actually, this is her first singles match on pay-per-view, and I think just in general, at least on the main roster. I know she wrestled a couple times on NXT house shows.
Right.
I could definitely see them pulling the upset angle with the Naomi being a little too cocky and underestimating Lana and her ending up getting the win, which would be better if Naomi weren't the face and Lana weren't the heel, at least on paper.
Yeah. And I don't know. That feels right in my heart to have Lana take it. Just the gut reaction here.
Yeah, but putting a belt on someone so green, I know they did the same thing with Paige, but Paige at least was like NXT Women's Champion and had like some credibility going into that. But at the same time, it's never stopped them from doing it before. They put the belt on Alexa real early, so it might do the same thing with Lana. I think I'll go with Lana just because it seems too WWE a thing not to do.
Mm-hmm. And if they're keeping 2 championships, they're gonna have 2 keeps. If they are going by that logic, which is not always sound, it would kind of make sense to have an upset here.
Yeah, that's true. And I think this is probably the best time to try to put the belt on Lana, because if it's not going the way they want it to, they can always pull the trigger with a Money in the Bank cash in, and figure out where they want to go from there.
Right. Yeah. There's still a lot of time out. We're a ways out from other stuff.
Yeah. Money in the Bank is pretty much the WWE's booking get out of jail free card.
Mm-hmm.
They use it as such. So just to recap, we've got the Hype Bros over the Colognes. We have Jinder retaining. I think we both have Baron Corbin winning the men's Money in the Bank. Usos retaining over the New Day. I have Carmella taking the women's Money in the Bank. Peter has Tamina, and we both have Lana going over Naomi. So we'll check back on Monday to see how we did. But enjoy the show, and we will see you next time.
Yep. See ya.